G'day folks, well today I've got a quick review for you of a couple of V-Cubes. Now these are the V-Cubes Create Your Cube, and I've got a couple of different ones here. There's more than these two, but this is a concept where there's no stickers, and so I'm pretty happy with this because I'm, to be really frank about it, pretty sick of some of the stickers coming off, especially some of those small stickers on those puzzles that have come out recently. These have no stickers at all. So I've got a couple here. One is the Escher. They call it Fishes, but it's like an Escher cube. If you know anything about MC Escher, he did a lot of this kind of intermingling of stuff, and it's inspired me to try and make one with my cats. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. These cubes, if I bring it right up, these are actually printed on, so there's no stickers whatsoever on these, and you can see it prints it right to the edge of the cubie. So even in there, you can see it's gone right over, and if I start turning that, you'll see that some of the ink at some times has gone over and sort of it drips in a little bit where it maybe shouldn't be. I don't have any issues with that, but in terms of a review, if that's important to you, what I am happy about is that I've never had a V-Cube 3 before, and this is a pillowed V-Cube 3, so I've got my first one, so I haven't really seen the inner workings of this. It's printed on, so there's no stickers, and these cubes are much harder than they look. This one here, you kind of think, oh yeah, it's just a super cube, it's just got orientation and stuff, but I've got to tell you, a picture cube is very different in thinking about it than a super cube. Now that, I initially thought that was like it's print that's come off, but I realise I don't know my geography at all. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know what country that is, it's something in the northern hemisphere, but that there I'm sure is maybe the Arctic Circle, because I looked down here and there it was Antarctica. That country there, that's worth a close-up. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Spread over two different faces, as you'd expect. Now, so this is the globe, and I'm going to make a confession here. The first time I did this one, I had to get my daughter to come along with an atlas. It feels good to get that off my chest. We both had to work at it. We both had to give it a go, and she was telling me, no, Dad, that's not what Africa looks like. And then, you know, yep, that's it, that goes there, and that's the Russian Federation and all of this sort of stuff. So it felt good. We had a little bit of family time there, and I did manage to get this back. So in terms of what they look like, as I say, I've not had any V-Cubes before, V-Cube 3s before. So to me, the quality of the cube seems very good. It seems like a good quality cube with good quality plastic. It turns really well. You can kind of hear a little bit of, I don't know if I'd call it catching. I don't think I'd call it catching. This one to me seems a little bit looser than this one. This one just turns beautifully all the time. And I'm going to put this back for now because I like the look of it. Just really nice turning there totally. Now, I'm planning probably on doing a couple of, or maybe one walkthrough solve with both of these, one of each. But in terms of what they look like scrambled up, you can see, let's do this to the Earth cube. Much harder than you would initially think, I assure you. And it's not just because I had to get other members of my family to help me. In a lot of ways, these things are a little bit bamboozling when you first look at them. You kind of go, where do I start? You know what the heck, let's do it anyway. There is actually some kind of method, some kind of pattern to working out this particular cube. It's definitely got more symmetry to it than this one. I guess it's just our bad luck that the Earth wasn't symmetrical. But this one here, there are little tricks that I've started discovering with it. Well worth getting. Now, in terms of, as this is being a review, are they worth their money? Are they value for money? Well, these things cost 16 euros each. This is the 3x3 version. I believe if you get it done on a 2x2, it's 12 euros, maybe 11. To my currency, that's at the moment, it's about $23 Australian. So you might think $23, probably US, it's more like 20. You might think $20, is it worth it for a cube, a 3x3? Well, I would say yes. I think it really is, because I don't know what you'd normally pay for a 3x3 or a V-Cube 3, but considering this has all the stuff printed on it and it's very, very well done, I mean, you just can't, there's no way, and I've tried this off camera before, there's no way that any of this stuff is coming off. There's none of it is on my hands. It's not like stickers where you could just sort of scrape them off. It looks really good. It's not like it's been painted and sometimes it'll chip off. So I can do that. I can scratch this as well. Nothing. I can't make a dent in that. I reckon if I got a saw and sawed through it, it might start causing problems. But in terms of actually playability and in terms of this retaining how it started, this is great. So the only downside to this, if you buy one of them, you're going to pay some shipping with it. So I would recommend, if you're going to go ahead and do this, you want to probably get 2 or 3 just to make the shipping worthwhile. Now what I haven't talked about, and you can sort of see there a little bit of the ink just seeped through a little bit. So I must point that out in case that is an issue to you. You're not going to have completely ink-free cubies, and you can see there's a little bit of stuff that's gone through there. Which way do I put this back in? I've probably just put that back in wrong. Maybe not. It's not just these 2 cubes. They already have about another 3 or 4, including a maze cube, another couple there, but it's called Create Your Cube. You can actually get these printed with any design you want. I'm not a salesman for V-Cubes, I just think that's really cool. And so any pictures, you want a family picture, you want a logo of your company, whatever you want, you can just go and create that. It doesn't cost you anything to create it, it just costs to get the cubes done. That's it. So you upload the photos that you want or the images that you want. You have complete control of exactly which faces, what pictures go on. You also have options such as the frame. So these ones are done with no frame. You can have frames, you can have kind of, so they don't look as joined. Now one thing that I found very slightly misleading on the V-Cube site was that it said the no frame has no gaps. Now that's just not quite true, because you can see between the cubies there, you can see the gaps, and so if that happens on a picture, then you've got a gap between a country, and it's not the Bermuda Triangle, let's face it. It hasn't just disappeared. So I think that's just the tiniest bit misleading. However, having said that, I've got to say it really is not an off-putting thing. It doesn't detract from the solve or from the playing with the puzzles in any way. It's just a little bit of a technical point. So I would recommend that you jump onto the V-Cube site, have a look at it, see if you're interested, if you can be creative and come up with some very, very cool designs. I don't know this, but I suspect that if you do come up with some cool designs, V-Cube would showcase your cube, maybe in the gallery of the month or something, don't know. A cube of the month or their gallery. Be worth having a go, and I'm almost certainly going to get at least 1, maybe 2 done for myself of different designs. Worth looking at. That's the V-Cube 3 Create Your Cube. You can see as we bring it up, I'll bring one at a time here. Really, really nice definition, nice printing. You can see that, you sort of, I don't know if you can see it actually, but the lines go across that way. So it's clear how they've done it. It's a fantastic job, and I'm happy to have these, I've got to say. So much more challenging than they look. Do yourself a favour, jump onto their site, have a look at it, see what you think. Thanks very much for watching.